Let's take a look at the fastest way to get through this ACT English question that works on punctuation. So the first thing I want to do is I want to analyze my answer choices. I can see in my given, I've got image with no punctuation, image, comma, for example, comma. I've got my colon coming into play, and I've got another comma all by itself. So let's take a look at what this text tells us about our ideas. So I'm going to start by taking a look at what I have happening before my changes in punctuation. During this phase, I utilize only lightweight graphic, creating an array of subtle changes to create the perfect image. That is a complete idea. Now let's take a look at what we have happening after those punctuation changes in our answer choices. Let's use a different color here. By deepening the shadow work of one woman's face, I imply her indifference to the hectic oceanside environment. Now, I don't know an oceanside environment that's typically hectic, but that's beside the point. So here we can see we have another complete idea. So typically I'd be looking for a period, a semicolon, comma plus fanboys. Those are ACT's favorites to use. But I don't have any of those. So I have to choose the best of the bad answer choices that I'm given. And one of ACT's favorite ways to test you on that colon is by giving you a complete idea and then your colon, and then you're going to have an explanation, an example, or a description coming into play next. And in this case, we can see that this is indeed providing us the explanation of what they're doing to create that perfect image. So I'm going to go ahead and choose answer choice C. Now, what we need to remember here with these is when everything else is equal, the ACT is going to favor an answer choice that is most concise. So if I compare B and D, I can recognize that B is definitely not going to be my most concise. Hopefully you've seen our questions on your comma sandwich, and we recognize that it just gets rid of this, for example. It's added filler that we don't need. So that one's gone. So now I'm left with my comma. Now, if I'm joining these by a comma, at least one of them needs to be incomplete, but I don't have that here. So therefore my comma has to be gone as well. If I'm not putting in any punctuation, that would mean that I only have one idea. And I can see in this case, I have multiple ideas going on, right? Our first idea is how they're creating that perfect image. And then our second idea is deepening the shadow work. Now, is deepening that shadow work a continued explanation for us? Yes, but because it has a complete idea that can stand on its own, we need some type of punctuation in there, and C is the only option that's going to allow that separation for us.